Jai Gurudev, welcome to this satsang. Today I want to talk about the importance of the Bhagavad Gita, meditation, and mantra. Okay, so let's start with life itself. In life we go through situations, karmic situations that sometimes throw us up and down, yeah, and we can see that those events that is happening in life is a response that also happens on a bigger scale, right? We can see that conflicts are going around in the world. We can see that we have conflicts on the inside, and many of the conflicts that we are experiencing are coming from the mind itself, right? We are having inner thoughts, inner conversations with the mind, right? Let's say you have an experience, a relationship, whatever, you have a talk with someone, or something happened in the world or within your world, and you start to go inside the mind, and the mind starts to do certain things with that event, right? Because every day we get so many images bombarded into the mind, and since we were born this has been happening. So we have been programmed with a lot of beliefs, right? And everything goes up in the mind when something happens. So this triggers, right? And when we start to walk on the spiritual path, when we start to wake up to the new reality, we are interested in who we are, why we incarnated, what our dharma is. And when this walk starts, we are bombarded with certain situations, and when we start to walk on the spiritual path, everything goes much faster. Because when we are living a normal life, we don't use the same speed, the same velocity as when we are doing the spiritual work, because the spiritual work speed ups the action of karma. So for example, when we do meditation and when we do mantras, we are working with our karmas. But if we don't do spiritual practice, the karma is like just working itself out in a very slow, steady way. And as we go along into the spiritual field, everything starts to move quicker. That's why we can experience like, wow, this is like too much at the same time sometimes, right? We're like, poof, why did I choose this life? It's so hard, it's so much. But you are given exactly what you can handle, because God gives you what you need in every moment. So when we start to walk this spiritual way, we notice that the programmed mind needs some fix. We need to change the mind. And the quickest way and the best way to transform the mind is to do mantras. So all the masters and the master that I'm guided by at the moment, all are talking about this. They all come into this same teaching that the mantra is super important. So every day we do certain practices. Some of us are doing asanas for the physical body, right? Some of us are doing mantras for the mental body. And some are doing meditation for the spiritual body. So all three are very, very important, because before you can master the mind, you need to learn how to master your body. It will not be possible to master mind without mastering over your physical body. That's why we do asanas, we do physical yoga exercises to master the physical body. Then we can master the mind. So in the Bhagavad Gita, so I see it like this. The Bhagavad Gita is like life itself, because everything that you read in the Bhagavad Gita is situations in life, and how Krishna is guiding Arjuna in this field of life. Like we all have experienced issues in the family, right? Ego triggers in the family, especially when we go on this spiritual path and we come home again to the family, or we meet the family for dinner or whatever, and then all the triggers just like goes like this. And this is the same when Krishna is talking in the first chapter to Arjuna. Arjuna is on his way to fight on the battlefield against his family, and this of course creates a lot of turbulence in the mind of Arjuna, because this is the same thing for us, so it's not about fight, it's about knowing the ego, knowing the mind, and observe this behavior, observe these triggers that comes out. So this is why I am doing this now, is to get you to read the Bhagavad Gita, because the Bhagavad Gita itself can transform you, and mantra will transform mind, and meditation will transform everything, so you can come in contact with the Atma itself, the essence of who you are. But many of us, we don't do meditation. We think we are doing meditation, but we are sitting there collecting drama, right? One drama, next drama, this drama, this drama. But we are not meditating. We are just there in the mind, actually. Some people say, yeah, I went to this Vipassana, I went to this course, I went to this, I went to that. But as soon as you sit for meditation, you get knocked out, right? You have to have full awareness, and then you can have mastery of a consciousness by practicing of meditation. So this is what I wanted to share today, is the essence of spirituality: Bhagavad Gita, mantra, and meditation. If you add those to your daily life, it doesn't have to be much, And this one you can find on my website, is the Bhagavad Gita of Paramahamsa Vishwananda, my guru. And he has here his explanation of the verses. So first there are verses in this, the original verses where Krishna talks to Arjuna, and then he is explaining the meaning into those verses, so you get like an idea of what the meaning really is. And this is so beautiful, because you have to just read like one verse or two verse a day, and then you can contemplate on what's really going on inside there, and it will trigger and open up new levels inside of yourself. So this is something I highly recommend, and I highly recommend that you do mantras. You chant mantras on a daily basis. It will transform your mind. Let's say you are in a state of anger, a state of frustration, and you feel a bad mood, or you feel like a lot of negative energy is coming to you during the day or whatever, right? Then just by doing this, chanting this divine name over and over and over again, like I posted yesterday about doing japam, do 1,000 chants. Do 1,000 chants, and you will change the whole vibration of your being, because you will be so connected into this divine name. And this divine name carries all the vibration that you need to be connected to God. And then meditation, of course, when we can have this single pointed concentration and awareness, then we can start to experience the Atma, the soul. It takes time, it takes practice, but by adding a little bit every day can transform your life completely. And if you want have questions and if you would like to go deeper into this, I have everything on my website. We can do a session, you and me together, when I can give you a mantra, I can give you a proper great meditation for removing karma and coming to deep calm state within yourself. And you can also find this version of the Bhagavad Gita, which I highly recommend. Just go to my website and you can find the path in the menu and you can go deeper. Okay? So I wish you all a beautiful day. Jai Gurudev.